Today in this video, beautiful eyeshadow look using one eyeshadow brush and one eyeshadow quad. This is a very easy beginner-friendly. I should have look that I think anyone can do for watch this video. My name is Honey and I'm welcome you on my YouTube channel. This is the most versatile eyeshadow brush in my collection. It can be used for a blending shades in the crease on the outer corner. You can pack on shadow with this brush, like there's so many things I can use this brush. My eyes for my eyeshadow, and I'm using the Urban Decay Primer Potion Primer. Makes your eyeshadow go on smoother and it helps your eyeshadow last throughout the entire day. Do you want to apply primer all the way from the inner part of your eye to the outer part right out there? And then I'm just going to blend that in with any kind of concealer brush. This is a Baki Beauty. One by Sigma Beauty, and it's called a Peach Pie. I love the warm peachy shades in this palette, and I think they're perfect for every
Subscribe.
day. And I also like how in this aquatic comes with two mattes and two shimmers. And then for my one eyeshadow. This is the most versatile eyeshadow brush in my collection. It can be used for a blending shades in the crease on the outer corner. You can pack on shadow with this brush, like there's so many things I can use this brush for, which is why I think love this brush. It crumble and I'm picking it up on my brush like this, and you always want to tap off any excess powder. This will help prevent any fallout from getting on your face, and we're just going to start by moving that brush back and forth in our crease. And because I set my eyeshadow primer with that transition powder, this brush is just gliding nicely across my eyelid. Really pops right up here of 3 times to get the appointment that I want in my crease. Now, I am picking up more shadow, and every time I'm picking up shadow, I am tapping off the excess, and now I'm going to pass shadow on the outer part of my lid, and you want to make sure you connect it into your crease. So right now I'm doing a patting motion, and then when I'm going to blend that along my entire lower lash line, and the shade is so soft that it's just going to give a little bit of definition on the lower lash line. So again, I'm just doing a back and forth motion with the tip of my brush, and I am making sure that the shadow connects to my outer crease right out here. So by now, a transition shade crumble is all in my crease. It's on the outer part of my datum. It's kind of wrapped around my eye like that now. To add a little bit more depth to the eye, I'm going to take the deeper brown shape, and I'm going to pick up the shade on the flat side of the brush again, and I'm going to use this shadow, and I'm going to use this shadow, and I'm going to pat it on the outer part of my lid, kind of like I did earlier, and uses to deepen up the outer part of my eye, and again I am doing more of a patination. My lid, and now once most of the shadow is off of my brush, I'm going to start to blend in the outer crease, just a little bit of blending right here and little circular motions. It's a little bit more of that deeper shade on the tip of the brush and run that along the outer part of my lower lash line. So this time I'm not bringing it all the way into the inner corner, I'm just keeping it on the outer part of my eye, just like how I did on. I'm packing most of the shadow onto my lid, and now once most of the shadow is off of my brush, I'm going to start to blend in the outer crease, just a little bit of blending right here, and little circular motions. Now I'm going to take a little bit more of that deeper shade on the tip of the brush and run that along the outer part of my lower lash line. So this time I'm not bringing it all the way in the outer part of my lower layer. Now it's time to put some shimmer on the lid. You could totally use your finger, but I just have a long nails on right now, which is why I'm going to stick to the brush. And I'm going to pick up that peachy shade on the flat side of the brush. And I'm using the flat side that had a little less of that brown pigment on it. And the shimmer shade is going to go on the inner part of my lid and ashwool. I'm starting with a little bit of a packing motion to really lay down that shadow. And then after I've packed on that shadow, I'm doing more of a blending motion and just right in my crease. Also, if you use your finger for a shimmer shadow, it's going to give you a little bit more of an intense, whereas using a fluffier brush, like this, is going to give you a little bit more of an intense, whereas on de Garris, Tim Wires and the Kai Shimmy Sade and the Stoners and Ray on the ends. Now the eyeshadow is done, and you can finish up the eye look any way you want to. If you're comfortable doing a wing, you could do a winged liner, you could do no liner. You could also just smudge a little bit of a pencil liner along your top lash line. I'm not going to do any liner today. But I'm going to pop on some mascara. I went ahead and curled my lashes and popped on my mascara, and for my mascara, I'm wearing the Tower 28 Make Waves. This is my current favorite mascara. I love the very slight curve of this one has, and I find that these bristles really do grab each and every lash, and I find that it's a nice buildable formula as well. And here's a final close-up of the eyes all done. And I just want to say that you can get this eye look done very quickly. At this video might have been a little long just because I'm talking and walking you through each step. But if I was doing this whole eye look,